Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen Marie and today I thought I would do a little Friday sews video. Before I begin, I really want to thank each and every one of you who have left me a comment or watched any of my other videos or given me a like and everything. It really gives me a little bit of a thrill every time I see I have new comments on my videos. So thank you so much for that. It's Friday, duh. And I have the day off. We actually had a public holiday yesterday, so a lot of people, myself included, have sort of taken the Friday off to make it a long weekend. So I've been out most of the day with my youngest and yeah, we've had a lovely day so far. So it's now in the afternoon and I thought I would do a quick Friday sews before I start dinner and everything. So yeah, I've had quite a busy week. So I haven't done that much sewing, but I have finished a few things and I thought I would start by showing you what I've been making. So first of all, I've nearly finished my husband's new vest. The only thing that is missing now is a very good press and buttons and buttonholes. I didn't have any appropriate buttons for this, so I had to make a stop at my local sort of haberdashery shop and I picked up some buttons today. So I'm hoping that this will be finished this weekend. So this is the So La Di Da Mr. London vest. And I've made him one of these before. On that occasion, I did have some problems because the pattern, as much as I love the style and the fit and everything, the instructions are, well, it leaves a little bit to be desired because all the sort of the explanations are okay, but there are only pictures. And to make things a little bit worse, they only included black and white pictures and they've used the same fabric for the lining as well as the outside. So it's actually really hard to see. And yeah, my husband has tried it on. It's quite roomy on him, but he prefers that because the other one that I made him, I took that in quite a bit because, he's a good looking guy and I wanted him to have a fitted vest, but he prefers to have something a little more loosely fitted. So yeah, what I really like about this pattern is that it has this kind of shape on the back, which really suits him. So yeah, I'm happy with this. The only thing is that I did something that, I don't know really what happened, but I was trimming down the seam allowances inside and I accidentally cut a little hole in the lining. So, ta-da! I sort of patched that with a label, and this is from Little Rosy Cheeks and it is from the Advent calendar. So yeah, saved my little butt there. But yeah, I really like it. I did not include the sort of fake pockets on it because I think if you're going to have pockets, then make pockets, those kind of fake pockets don't do anything for me. So I just left them off. Okay, so the next thing that I made up this week was the dress that I had in my, if you watched my planned video for skirts and dresses, I did say that I wanted to use this fabric and make the Burda dress. However, I found out that I didn't have close to enough fabric. Don't know really what happened there. I thought I had 2 meters, but I only have 1.5, so yeah, that couldn't happen. But I was determined to make this up and I therefore chose to do the True Buyers Rio Ringer dress. I've made that before and that fits me fine. So I don't know what happened with this one, but it is not doing me any favors. So I'm not going to even show you pictures of me in it. I might have done some tweaks to the other one I have without making a note of it. I usually make notes on the pattern pieces themselves because then, you know, I'll remember. But I hadn't, so I don't know what really happened there because it's sort of the same weight jersey too. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it fits sort of, but it's not flattering on me. So here it is. And I did lengthen the sleeves just a little bit because I don't really like it when it cuts me off like on the high upper arm as the Rio Ringer does. So I lengthened the sleeves. So this now comes down to my elbows. And as I said, I'm not really sure what happened, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything for me. So I have some options. I could chop it off and then just wear it as a t-shirt. That's one option. The other option is that I have just a little bit left of the fabric. So I was thinking that I could sort of insert a little triangle because it's all about the shape. So I'm pear-shaped, which means that it's usually a pretty good idea to sort of emphasize the waist and then just, you know, balance it out with the shoulders. But in this now, I look more pear-shaped than ever. So I could sort of insert some triangles and pretend it was a design feature to make it more like A-lined. That's one option. Or, you know, I have two other options too. I could just donate it and hope that it fits someone else, or I can just wear it as a nightgown. And I don't tend to wear nightgowns that much because I prefer pajamas, but you know, I could use it as a nightgown, and maybe it would be nice in the summer. I don't know. But here it is, but it doesn't really do anything for me. So yeah, I'm having a think about what I want to do with that. However, now we come to something that really was a success. I'm so in love with this. And it is my new Fibre Mood Oriana shirt. And I've made it in this very, very red linen that I got at my local fabric store. It's quite a hefty linen, so it really gives the puff sleeves some body. And I did include this little label from Little Rosy Cheeks that I found. I like that kind of color matching there. But you know, this fits me really well, I think, and it makes me happy to wear it. It's not subtle because of the color, but you know, I feel so good in it. I can't wait till the weather heats up a little more so that I can wear it. Because this needs to be worn without a jacket on top because, you know, the sleeves are enormous, so I can't fit it into any of my jackets. So I didn't really want to lose any length in the sleeves because I prefer things that come down to my elbow or a little longer. And I had like teeny scraps only left of this, so I couldn't lengthen the sleeves, and I don't think that would have done it any favors either because they're so poofy. But I did want to keep as much length as possible. So I used the bias tape that I got from the advent calendar from Beyond the Pink Door. And it's the Specky Seamstress bias tape. So it's this one. It says, "Make today all about you." And I loved that you can see it when I wear it. You can see that the bias tape peeks out, or you can see the inside. And I'm really loving the pink and red, and there are also like little red hearts on the bias tape itself. And that works so well that I immediately went over to the Specky Seamstress website and ordered more bias tape. There was also a new technique for me in this pattern that I've never done before, and that's a hidden button placket. So the buttonholes are hidden by this placket. The only thing is that this linen is a very high quality linen, and it has quite a bit of body. It's not lightweight. And I should have thought about that when I interfaced, because the pattern tells you to interface the entire thing. And if I thought more about that, I would have just sort of interfaced one strip instead of the whole hidden placket, because it now is quite thick. Actually, my sewing machine didn't have any problems with it, but the placket tends to want to sort of open out because it's so stiff. So no matter how much I press it, it sort of just wants to peek out a little bit. I've also bought a couple of new patterns. So last week there was a sale on at So Liberated, and I decided on going for 2 patterns. And I bought, I think it's called the Joni shirt, I believe. I'll put in pictures and everything. And the reason why I bought it is that I'm sort of looking for more shirt patterns, because I think shirts are really something that I can use a lot, both at work and more like informally too. So yeah, I'm always looking for new shirt patterns, and I really like the collar on this particular pattern. I also went for the hinterland dress, which is probably one of the most sewn patterns in all the sewing community. I feel like everyone has made that dress except me. I also did buy the newest True Bias pattern. I think that's called the Dala, and it is a fabulous pattern. So it's a jumpsuit and dress, and there are 2 different variations on the back. So you can either make a version with an invisible zip, which is the one that I'll be going for, and there is an option of a sort of a tie back. That looks really interesting, but it's not really for me because I don't feel comfortable without a bra, and you can't wear a bra with it without it showing through. So yeah, I bought that pattern. I haven't printed it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And I have cut out the Maeve skirt that I talked about in my last plans video. I did have just enough to sort of squeak out a shorter version of the Maeve, and that's already cut out. I'm looking over there because I can see it. So I'm going to have a look at what next week can bring, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.